Stadium, and we've got a great turnout here, and we have our guys out there coaching, and we think it's going to be a very good camp. So, you know, just doing that, if we go out there and we do well, like we feel like we have at our other camps, then that's going to continue to build and grow, and that's what we want. And that's going to grow, you know, this entire process that we're trying to accomplish with just the relationships and then making sure that we're covering Arkansas in our recruiting.
Is it difficult to kind of establish, you know, recruiting ties in your state, being that you're not from here and a lot of guys on your staff aren't? I mean, is that initial process kind of difficult to get going?
Not when you have Steve Caldwell and John Thompson.
Right. Yeah.
They're able to make, you know, connections for you right away, to be honest with you. Eli Drinkwitz, you know, he's been here as well. So those three in particular have been huge for myself and guys that haven't been, you know, in the state of Arkansas recruiting. And you know, that's important. And so the one thing I'll say about recruiting, yeah, you know, you don't know, you haven't been in the state, you haven't met the coaches, but I think the process of how you do it is the most important thing. Talking to them, building relationships, letting them understand what you're about, you know, what you're looking for and those things. And so as long as we understand that and we go about it the right way, you know, we'll do a good job here. And we'll make sure that our high school coaches, they know they have access to us, they know they can talk to us, they know that we want to have relationships with them, and we want to be able to have communications with them. So that's just a matter of getting out and doing that and making sure, you know, this first year we've done it, the second year we continue that, and so on.
Is that a big piece to, you know, you bringing them on? Obviously they've coached for a while too, but was that another important part of it, I guess, too?
It was kind of after the fact,
yeah.
You know, really. More important because of the type of people they are, and then the type of coaches they are, and then the connections they had there as well. And you know, and Steve's a guy that does a tremendous job and knows a lot of the high school coaches. John Thompson, Eli Drinkwitz, all three of those guys have pointed us in the right direction and got us on the phone and talked to a lot of these high school coaches here, and we've built relationships with them because of that, and we're continuing that and developing that. And so along with our coaches now that are all in Arkansas as well, I mean, I think we've done a very good job, and we'll continue that and make it even better in the recruiting process. And I think this, being out and doing the camps and all that, that's something that's really going to help us, I believe.
What's the message that you're giving these players and the coaches, that you're here for the long haul, wanting to build ASU in their program, considering what they've been through with coaches in the past,
Sure.
you know, 3 years?
Yeah, and that's a hard one. I understand that. You know, when I played at Boise State, I went through 4 head coaches during that time. And so, you know, when I talked to the team when I first took the job, I understood exactly where they're coming from. New face, new philosophies, different way to say things. All good, and what I had to tell them is explain a little bit my story, and that change is good. And this will be okay. And they've been fantastic about it. They're a mature group, they understand that. As far as the change, you know, the changes that have gone on, I can't control that. I know what I believe, I know what our staff believes, I know why we're here, and you know, part of the reason why we all wanted to be here, because we feel like Arkansas State's a place that what you see is not what you're going to get. It's growing, it's getting better. There's facilities on campus that are being developed, there's facility projects that are going to be done over there in the football field, and so it's growing. Terry Mahajer, Tim Hudson, Chuck Welch, those 3 guys, they've got the same mentality as we do. You know, trying to build it, grow it, and build that brand. And to me, having a chance to go through that at Boise and just be a part of that, that's exciting, because I've seen when it's done right, how it can have an effect and how exciting it can be. So that's why there's, you know, quite a few guys on staff too from Boise that understand that, and we're excited about what we're doing. This is part of that process to help continue that, and we'll do whatever it takes to help grow that brand and do our part.
Can you tell a difference at the success of the past 2 seasons when you talk to recruits that they are already aware of Arkansas State?
Yeah, because winning solves so many things, you know, and that's really when it comes down to it. You know, you can write letters and do all those things like that, but they're going to go back and look at the success that the program has had, because these are successful football players. They want to win. They want to have an opportunity to win. So you look at a team that's won 20 games in 2 years. That's exciting. The thing is, now you look at the players that are gone that did that. You know, we got to be able to replace those guys. But it can be done. It can be done at a high level, and we think can continue to improve. So you know, that's where we're at. But that attention that, you know, the last 2 seasons have gotten for Arkansas State has been very positive, and it's reflected in our recruiting, and it's helping us right now.
What's been your impression of Arkansas talent, high school talent?
Good. You know, the guys I've had a chance to see, guys I've had a chance to, you know, come to our camps and be around us and things like that, it's been good. I think we have to continue, you know, to keep evaluating, continue to keep recruiting it. And the one thing too, you know, so much at some places, you know, the sophomore, the juniors, you know, they're so early in recruiting. There's a lot of development too that's, I think, is going to go on here as well, where guys throughout their senior year will continue to develop. We'll have a chance to evaluate them during that time as well. So I'm really curious how this football season goes, not just for us, but also in the whole recruiting process as well, to really evaluate, you know, how we're going to have a great feel for Arkansas and how we're going to recruit it by having a whole cycle.
Do you feel like you have a good tab on the talent of kids that are, you know, going to be in the class of 14 just yet, or I mean, will it take a little while for you guys?
We do,
yeah.
We do, but there's, you know, there's
Yeah.
so many good players out there. There's so many guys that are under the radar, you know, right now that are good football players. And the one thing I've seen in the last several years is how much better the high school players have gotten because of the high school coaches. You know, they're doing so much with those kids now and drills and developing them. Those guys are coming into college and they understand so many things. They understand coverages and things like that. You can kind of get down to it a little bit faster. But yeah, I mean, it's been good.
I gotta ask, why are you wearing a long sleeve T-shirt on such a hot summer day?
You think it's hot?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, I
may
had
have
a black
accentuating
one on earlier.
circumstances.
I changed from black to white, so I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I started with the black one. I couldn't go out there and put a short sleeve on. That would be the coach.
It's the tattoos on your arm, right?
What's that?
It's the
That's right.
tattoos
You
on
gotta
Yeah,
your
it's
cover
all those tattoos
the
on there.
image.
You know what? Because I didn't bring sunscreen, so that's a way to just to save
Good
on that right there.
answer. Okay. I just feel for you. I mean, I'm burning up right
Oh.
now, and I
Do
can't
y'all have
imagine
any
being.
type of expectations of how big the Texarkana camp is going to be?
I hope as big as it can get. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'd like to have as many kids. We'd like to have you know, I think we had a couple hundred, a little over 200, you know, back in Jonesboro. I mean, I hope that the reception is huge, and I hope we get as many players out there as we can. And, you know, right now, we just want them to be there. We want to have a chance to work with them, and our coaches to work with them. So I think it'll be good. I feel like the reception that we've had so far and what we've heard is going to be very good there. And so it should be, and I think the timing of it, you know, when we did it, we kind of rescheduled it, you know, from earlier time. We had it set a few months ago and thought this would be a better date, you know, to work out, because you got so many options for these kids. They have so many options to go to that, you know, we have to also be smart in how we organize the times we do it. So it'll be good.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you.